Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, if you're an educator out there in the field, get ready, because today we are talking about an absolutely epic, highly anticipated power-up for your teaching career. We're looking at a brand new policy shift that's literally designed to completely change the game for public school teachers across the nation. Think of this as the ultimate patch update you've been waiting for, one that boosts your stats, gives you back your time, and entirely removes the biggest obstacles in your daily quests. Let's get right into it.
Seriously, let's be honest for a second. How many times have you found yourself staring blankly at a screen at midnight, just totally exhausted, trying to fill out endless boxes on a form? You know the feeling, right? That tedious midnight lesson planning that feels way more like an endurance test than actual teaching preparation? You got into this profession to inspire minds, not to sacrifice your precious sleep and your weekends to endless administrative tasks. For years, the daily lesson log and those detailed lesson plan systems, well, they felt like a relentless paperwork monster. Just endless forms, rigid templates, and zero time left for your actual students. It was so compliance-driven, draining your HP, your health points, and pulling your focus entirely away from what really matters, the learners sitting right in front of you. But what if I told you that monster has finally been defeated?
Section 1. Defeating the paperwork monster.
Okay, let's dive right into this massive structural shift. Behold your new legendary weapon, DepEd Order No. 016 series of 2026. This order officially repeals the old DO 42 from 2016. It actually recognizes that past practices became, frankly, overly tedious, and it establishes a flexible, context-responsive framework in its place. It's essentially a declaration from the top that your pedagogical judgment is what matters most, not your ability to fill out a hyper-detailed compliance checklist.
Section 2. Power up with ILAW.
So, to replace that old, bulky system, the Department of Education has introduced the brand new ILAW Framework. The policy explicitly states its goal is to transform instructional planning into a dynamic, responsive, and sustainable pedagogical practice. I really want you to notice that word, sustainable. This isn't about adding more to your plate. It is about empowering you to focus on holistic learner development without burning out.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how simple the new skill tree is. The ILAW framework strips lesson planning down to its 4 absolute core elements. 1. Intentions. What are the actual learning objectives? 2. Learning experience. What's the sequence of activities? 3. Assessing learning. How are you going to check for understanding? And 4. Ways forward. What's your reflection and next step? That's the whole shebang. Just 4 clear, actionable steps replacing pages and pages of repetitive documentation.
Taking a look at the new lesson planning guide, you'll notice how incredibly clean and open it is. And here's the kicker. The policy explicitly states this is just a reference tool. It is not a required national template that you have to rigidly copy pixel by pixel. No way. The focus is purely on the alignment of those 4 ILI elements. You have the total flexibility to use brief notes or integrated responses. You are trusted as a professional to map out your instruction in the way that makes the most sense for you.
Moving on to Section 3. Real Classroom Quests.
Because let's face it, a plan is only as good as how it performs in the heat of a real classroom battle. Think about the difference here. The old way meant rigidly adhering to a plotted sequence of activities. Like if the students got confused, you often felt pressure to just keep pushing through, to stick to the script. But the new way? It explicitly encourages adjusting instruction dynamically based on learner responses, questions, and misconceptions. If your students need you to pause and re-explain a concept, you pivot. You won't be penalized for going off script. You are actually celebrated for being responsive.
And this incredible flexibility extends to specialized quests too. The policy heavily highlights context-responsive strategies. So if you're integrating indigenous knowledge systems, handling multi-grade classrooms, or providing reasonable accommodations for learners with disabilities, the ILAW framework adapts right along with you. You don't need a separate massive template for every single unique situation anymore. You just adjust the learning experience within the same simple 4-part structure to perfectly fit your specific party of learners.
Section 4. 3 workload reducers.
Now I know exactly what you're thinking. Will this actually reduce my daily administrative workload? Prepare to be amazed. Because here is the rule of 3 for admin relief. First, it completely replaces those tedious daily lesson logs and plans with the simplified 4-part ILAW framework. Second, and honestly, this is huge, it legally bans offices from demanding expanded, extra templates. And third, it promotes co-op mode. Collaborative lesson sharing through learning action cells is now officially recognized as valid preparation. So if you and your co-teachers share the workload and use a shared plan, it officially counts. So the crucial point is right here in black and white. Regional offices, schools division offices, schools, and CLCs shall not require additional or expanded lesson plan templates. This policy literally builds a fortress around your time. No more surprise redundant forms from upper management. Your extra paperwork days are officially over.
Section 5. Your new AI ally.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is that the upgrades don't stop at paperwork. Let's look at this breakdown of AI usage. It carefully balances innovation with your professional expertise, so you can form an alliance with AI, but you are still the main character. Prohibited uses include letting AI make core instructional decisions or generating a full plan from scratch, because obviously a robot doesn't know your specific students. But look at the limited and guided uses. You can absolutely use AI to rephrase text, organize your notes after you've made the pedagogical choices, do routine grammar checks, or even help translate materials. It is the ultimate administrative sidekick.
Section 6. Claim your teaching victory.
We are truly standing at the threshold of a new era in education. DepEd Order 016 is your key to reclaiming your time. By drastically simplifying how you plan, it literally gives you your nights and weekends back. It allows you to enter the classroom totally energized, focused entirely on engaging with your learners, and ready to conquer whatever challenges the school year throws at you. You are transitioning from a stressed-out compliance officer back to what you truly are, an inspiring instructional leader.
The paperwork monster has been defeated. The legendary power-up is finally in your hands, so the only question left is, are you ready to unleash your ultimate teaching potential with the ILAW Framework? Take these guidelines, share them with your co-teachers, start collaborating, and step into the classroom with the freedom and energy you've always deserved. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.